You're wondering why people really love living in Olympia? Well, we are going to help you figure that out by giving you a tour of the Olympia area.
And the best place to start is at the heart of it, which is the state capitol. Hard or not, nonetheless, this is where we're starting.
So here we go. As you can tell, it is a beautiful campus. Campus is actually designed by the same designer that did Central State Park. People are out walking all over the place, not just because there are legislatures here, but because it's a beautiful place to just walk around on a gorgeous day like today. As we go around the circle, you can see that there is a lot of beauty here. So many trees, and it's just a gorgeous place to be out on a beautiful sunny day or on a rainy day.
Yep. And what you can find anytime when you're around the state capitol is people doing something of protesting. However, I think they're having a picnic. It's a picnic with your politician. So if you're into that, it looks like they're serving free lunch and somebody's a Mariner fan. So we know they can't all be bad people if someone's a Mariners fan. Just throwing it out there.
We also did just pass by the Rose Garden, which is very beautiful.
It is.
There's quite a few buildings around here, as you can see. The Hall of Justice is one of them.
And doesn't that kind of sound like a little bit like Superman is going to come out of it? Like the Hall of Justice. I don't know.
It does. That sounds very important. Over to our right is Capitol Lake.
Yes.
And we're going to try to give you a good view of that.
Hey-o.
There it is.
There it is. And it feels a little bit more clear because it's a little hazy. There is the Olympic Peninsula out there, and those are the Olympic Mountains, which is amazing. That's why it's so beautiful here. Snow on them suckers. It is unparalleled beauty.
Gorgeous. We'll take you on a little trip around Capitol Lake in a little bit also. So if you were working at the Temple of Justice, you would have a view right there, which would be amazing.
Yeah. Of course, there's remodeling happening because I think that's just how every governmental building in America has to have a remodel at some point in time. And we're like everybody else, right?
And the roads are always getting fixed up. So one of the fun things to do is to go on a tour of the Capitol building. And you don't even have to make a reservation. You just go in there and take a tour, and you get to see where everything happens, but also you get to see the gorgeous building. It's very classically designed. There are elements that were also designed and provided by Tiffany, so it is definitely worth doing. So put that on your list.
Yeah. Do 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 do.
We're at Capitol Lake now. We're going to give you a little bit of...
You know how we can tell? That's a lake. I know.
And that's the Capitol.
That's the Capitol.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
So let's take a little walk around the lake. You can see everybody's out just strolling. It's a beautiful day.
Yep.
And we're going to stroll too. So let's go for a little bit of a walk. Did you know that there's a lot going on with Capitol Lake right now?
I did know that there's a lot, but how about you inform them in case they didn't?
In case you didn't know, Capitol Lake is going to be turned back into an estuary, which is what it was originally.
Which is really a fun word to say.
Estuary?
Yes,
Say it like 10 fast.
I'm not sure I could say it twice fast. But it is going to change the dynamic down here, and because of that, like, you have people pros and cons on it, but that's what they've decided to do with the property.
Yep, so there's still going to be all the wildlife. Right now there's ducks swimming out there and everything. There's actually going to be a path or a boardwalk that goes out into the middle of what's actually the lake right now. So it's going to be still a great walkable area.
Yeah, very much so. Which is going to be a lot more like the Nisqually Refuge, where they have a long boardwalk going out to a parking lot, which is kind of fun out in the middle of the water.
Yep. As you can see behind us, Capitol Lake is back there, and then right behind us is Black Pad, so we're walking directly over to downtown, and like with Mark, I've been flashing around. It's a hot, sunshiny day.
Checking out boats down at the Marina. That's the other fun thing that you can do on a hot, sunny day. And this weekend is what?
Harbor Days.
Harbor Days.
So there's going to be some great boats to look at. So let's go take a look. There's the Marinas.
So what's creepier than standing in front of kissing people? I mean, I guess not a lot of things that are creepy about that, but this downtown statue, and here it is, the Marina. We're going to take you a little bit of a tour of what to expect when you're walking around to enjoy it.
So if you're going to start on Crucible Landing, which is the area we're at, you got to start at this beautiful statue. And we would try to replicate that in front of you, but you don't want it.
I don't want to gross you out. You would actually like you to watch the rest of the video.
So when you're here, you can go ahead and do it with your significant other, but let's go take a look.
Nice.
As you can see, it is a gorgeous day to be out and walking. Super Hugo, so you can check out. Harbor Day is, of course, being this weekend. There's going to be a lot of fun boats out there to see. We will be down here checking out all the festivities.
What's like a little restaurant or a back road over there?
Oyster House.
Oyster House, that's right. It's a great little place. Fun little place for lunch. Sunset activities at times at dinner as well. So.
And cut music, live music, live facility dance.
It does.
If you like oysters, this is the place to be. Like, there are a ton of different companies that grow oysters here. So the oysters are like fresh.
Like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, fresh.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like that.
if you're having a flashback moment, I'm sorry. That's all I can say. So mentioning another restaurant that we like to go to down here, we're passing the row. It's got great outdoor seating. It's got great seafood if that's what you're into. And if you're not, you should at least check it out.
They do have chicken because I don't like seafood.
Yeah.
Also behind us, you're going to see this mural. There are a lot of great murals in Olympia, and you can actually go on your tour. It's wonderful. I gotta say, this size boat is normally not in here. It is a really big one, but I think it's here for Harbor Day.
Yeah, right, sir.
And it says welcome aboard, so that means people will get tours this weekend for fun. Another great part of Personal Landing is we have a park for kiddos to play in. So once you get up to this area and you've done all your walking and all your eating, then you can get the kids on out and play. And, you know, you can do it if you're adult too.
They do. And side note, this is important note, it actually does have really great restrooms area for the kids, because that's always important.
And this is Harbor House over here as well, which you can rent out actually pretty cheap for small meetings or get-togethers or something. So right here on the water, you could have a meeting or a family get-together or a birthday party or whatever, and it's really great. And as you're walking along Personal Landing, you have some opportunity to stop by. You've got Dockside Bistro here and Splash Gallery.
They've got a lot of local artists, and they have a rotation, so you'll see different ones throughout the course of the year. So we like to poke our head in to see who's new and what's happening. It's a lot of fun, and actually a lot of really great values.
And then as we come around the corner, we're going to run into Bud Bay Cafe, which is another great spot for eating right on the water. When we walked all the way down to the end of Personal Landing, it's really not that far. And this is a gorgeous area, so we're going to take you all the way to the top of it.
We're going to give it a tour, but you have to just kind of take a look at all the beautiful things behind us. It's amazing. So if you look out behind us and you're in a pirate mood, well, we've got a ship for you. I don't know if we can really sell it to you to move into. However, I do know houseboats are an option. Not a lot of them here, but there are a few down at the marinas.
For people out on the water paddleboarding.
To join this amazing day. So if you're wondering why people move to the Northwest, this is it. Like,
it's enough, right?
That's the
deep. Keep watching.
It's like, we have 4 months of this, which is worth every rainy day. Absolutely 100% true. But look at this. Look what you get up here. Get it all. Look. Try from them.
We are headed now downtown Olympia. We are on State Avenue, and we're going directly towards Personal Landing or the waterfront area. Over on our right, we just passed the bread peddler, which is so good. You've heard us talk about it before.
You literally could dip that bread in mud, and it would still taste good. And I've tried. Actually, I haven't tried, but I might try.
It's so good. And they have this apple fritter that's not really an apple fritter. It's actually, well, let's stop and say what we're coming up on now. We're coming up on Personal Landing, and as you can see, the waterfront is in front of us, and we're headed back, as you can see, towards the Capitol building, and then we're going to go back up 4th Avenue. But back to the bread peddler.
So good.
That apple fritter, it's made out of like croissant dough and apples, and it's all like appley crystallized, and we always want it, but sometimes we don't get it.
Okay, so if you're going to get it on a Sunday morning, you have to get up like at 7:30 or 8 and be down there like no later than 8:30. And that's the dilemma, because sometimes I'm a little loungy Sunday morning, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, some people get up and get their exercise on Sunday morning or out. Nope, that's not happening. I am meandering.
sometimes we miss out, which we're pretty frustrated with. All right, headed up forth. There's a lot of great spots here. We're passing Rhythms Coffee, and they've got great coffee, and they've also got some open mic nights. So if you are feeling like you've got something to share with the world, you definitely can.
Yep.
We also pass one of our favorite restaurants.
Cascadia, Indochine sandwich. If you're going to go there, that's what you should get. If you like a spicy steak sandwich, it's amazing. Matter of fact,
So good.
it's primarily the only thing we get there, even though it's got a very large menu and a lot of other good items. I feel like I'm a little bit stuck in the mud on that one.
Yeah, it's too good not to have every time we go there. We also passed Juju's Custard, which the owner of Cascadia owns Juju's, or his wife does, and that's a great little spot.
Yes.
And Spar Bar, which is what we just passed, and that's McMiniman's Bar. So if you don't know what McMiniman's is, you should look it up and you will be impressed.
Impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got some great funky stuff downtown. So we are passing Dumpster Values, which is, you're going to get a
Used
value
clothes.
for
Yeah.
used things.
Yeah.
And
Got a clever name.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a place that you probably heard us mention before is Well 80, and we are about ready to pass it. It'll be on our left. Great little brew house, lots of good eats, and we just passed a great coffee shop.
Right.
Olympia Coffee.
As you've noticed, we've passed quite a few coffee shops. If you need a tattoo, you got a tattoo here. On the other side of the street, there's another antique shop and some great food trucks.
And some really great food trucks. It's not the biggest scene that we have here, but what we do have is good ones.
Right. Nineveh, Assyria is where you can get some really great Mediterranean. And
Yes.
there's a little cider place there and some Mexican stuff. Really, really good. Right in front of us as we cut across is Frenchie's on 4th, which we haven't tried yet, but it's a donut place.
Maybe we should try.
We should.
Like
And they
right now.
have gluten-free donuts also. I'm not sure if they're open right now. Joe's favorite liquor store over here on the corner. You know what's kind of surprising about this liquor store is they have
A gun range and a liquor store. I don't know how much quirkier it gets, but it seems to have worked. It's been working for a long time. So
I wouldn't think that would be legal, but it is. And it's kind of, you don't even know it's there. When you go in to buy something, you don't know it's there
no, unless they're having like one of the night sets they're shooting, then you know it's there.
because it's noisy. This is a really quaint area on 5th, and you can see it just looks quaint with these cool buildings and the trees. We just passed Rumor's Wine Bar, which is fun, and on the corner over there we have Captain Little. And Captain Little is a super fun shop for kids and adults. Last time we went in there with all of our adult children, we spent a lot of time in there just playing with all the gadgets and
We
looking
did.
at all the cool stuff.
We're kids at heart.
We are. We even go to bed at the same time as kids too. We are passing Room 107, a cute little shop, the Wayside Deli and Cafe. And down here we've got Saigon Restaurant and Exit Puzzles Escape Room. We haven't done that yet.
We have not done that. Which I'm not sure why.
I don't know if I would enjoy it.
I think that's what.
We're going to turn on Water Street here, and you're going to see Capitol Lake. And back up the other way, and you're getting a grand tour of Olympia.
And coming up on our right is Nicole's Bar. So they have live music in there. So if that's your jam, that's your spot.
That's your jam.
And that's you can be jamming out. And it's got good food. It's the whole 9 yards. It's great. It's a great place. Gone there a few times.
Yeah, we're on Legion Way now, by the way. As you can see, we got Dancing Goats Coffee over here, and we got a park on this side and some beautiful classic buildings. You're going to come up
Yes.
just a second, and there it is. Isn't that gorgeous?
Like for us, this is one of the things that we enjoy about Olympia is that it is really a pretty town. It's got lots of great trees. We're not really big. We don't have tons of expansive downtown or whatever else, but it's really pretty. They've done a good job and continually make improvements to the community. Absolutely loves.
We just passed the Washington Center for the Performing Arts, so as it sounds, you've got all the performing arts events that happen there. We like to go Christmas time to a Christmas orchestra. there's concerts and things that are happening all the time. Super fun. And speaking of too many coffee shops, we have Schwartz Coffee Shop right over
Never
there.
really too many coffee shops because the amount of rain that we get, it's a perfect blend. You're always going to get your little positive pick-me-up.
That's right. Over on the corner, you can see that's where Harlequin Production presents all of their plays and dramas. They've got Pride and Prejudice happening right now, which is super fun if you like to get out to the theater. We've got more murals over on that side, even down the alley. I think there's more murals today than I have ever noticed before. Not that they all popped overnight, but they just start popping up right now as we're driving through everything. As we continue to head down Washington Street, we're gonna run right into the farmers market, which is a great place to go and get all your fresh foods and trinkets and all the cool things that people make. And there's also a few restaurants around here. Mercado is over here. There's some great little shops. So fun place if you're walking all the way from downtown to the end. You can get down here and just take a look. And
On the Port of Olympia, right here as well.
right here.
So these are some downtown apartments that you're going to be over here. Some of them are condos because you can find those as well. But that's the primary homes that you're going to find in the downtown area are going to be your condos and apartments. There's a few single family homes, but a few. That's all you're going to find. So this really is going to be your options.
Cute buildings again. I can't say enough about how cute some of the buildings are around here. We've got the Cove restaurant over
Great
here.
little restaurant.
A lot happening there on the weekends, lots of music and stuff. And then over here, the 222 Market, which is where the bread peddlers that we mentioned, also has the oyster bar, and it's got a little Mexican restaurant in there, and it has a brandy shop. I think it's a bourbon shop in there also, and a winery in there. So all kinds of fun stuff to do in there. We just passed another mural in case you didn't notice. All kinds of fun stuff. Browser's Bookstore on this street. Archibald Sisters, which has fun and quirky things. Hottie Toddy also has fun and quirky things.
Yes. It's like if you're having a hard time coming up with something positive to say about your spouse, you could always just call them a hottie toddy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say fun and quirky.
Well, that too. Fun and quirky.
And Hottie Toddy.
And hottie toddy. Fun and quirky might be thinking, I don't have anything positive to say about you at all, so I'm just going to call you fun and quirky, which I'm not sure that encompasses.
So were you saying that Hottie Toddy was a compliment?
It seemed like you're hottie toddy. Like, that's a positive thing. Like, look at you. Hottie toddy.
I'll take it.
I like this restaurant up here on our left as well.
Uptown Grill.
Uptown Grill.
Makes you want to sing, Uptown Girl, she's living in her uptown world. And I don't know the rest.
Don't know the rest. I think you threw me. I think I knew more until you sang together with me.
Right.
And then it's written downhill altogether.
Right. It's good. They got some amazing mac
Really
and
do.
cheese.
Yeah, all of their food actually is great. I've never had anything bad there at all.
Yep, for sure. As we continue to head up Capitol Way, we are going to reach the Capitol. Right in front of us is Swing Wine Bar.
Yes, and it's a great little place, little hors d'oeuvres, little place to hang out with your friends, especially if you watched your kids play in a miserable weather game and you need to go get something to warm you up in the inside. There's your option
And
right
you
there.
can tell that's what we did last time. And they have a great view. It's kind of
They
sitting up
really
high,
do.
as you can tell. And then we are headed back towards downtown. Not that we have left downtown really, but the main central
meandering.
downtown.
You're getting the meandering view of Olympia.
That's right. You will completely know everything about Olympia now that you've watched this video. And if you don't, you can ask us questions. We're driving up Columbia Way, and we've got some more housing on one side, and then the Mark restaurant is really great food also. And once again, there is Cascadia, one of our favorites. And if you want to know why, it's because they have such a variety of everything, and it's just quintessentially Olympia.
Yeah. And the owner's really nice. Great servers. The whole 9 yards.
It's very Northwesty. There's a lot of
It's relaxed.
big
It's casual.
foot paraphernalia in there. Everybody wears flannel, so you feel like you're in the Northwest.
You feel like you could see Bigfoot at any time break out of the corner and probably eat your sandwich if that's what happened. So right up in front of us was Oli Tap Room. So if you want a pizza, grab a beer, be down on the waterfront, that is the spot to go. Absolutely great location, good food, good beer, massive selection, massive selection.
Right in front of us is the Wet Science Center, which is a lot of fun for kids. As you can see, there's moms and kids walking around. This is the hands-on children's museum, and what could be more fun than spending a lot of time there? In fact, they actually have a lot of adult events that go on there, all kinds of cool stuff. So,
like bow staff skills and nunchuck practicing.
I don't think so.
They don't do that.
But they do some kind of crazy things there, so you should look on their calendar.
It's really fun.
And we are, again, right down on the Port of Olympia here. So right behind the Children's Museum and the hands-on and the Wet Science Center is more water. We've got water on that side of downtown. We've got water on this side of downtown. We are just surrounded by beautiful water.
And what's really fun about this water here is in the fall, and we're nearly there, where you could come down here and go for a walk, and when the tide's in, what you'll notice in salmon season is fish will come in and they'll be jumping around, and you're watching, 5, 10, 15-pound fish jump around in the water. It's just really fun to do and just kind of see them. And it's exciting for kids to do. And if you're an old kid like me who loves fishing, it's fun too. But you can't fish here, unfortunately.
So we hope you've enjoyed your tour of Downtown Olympia. It's been really fun showing you around. If you're thinking about moving to the area, we would love to help you. We're helping people just like you all the time, moving in and out of the area. Just go ahead and use the number below to reach out to us. Feel free to call us or text us. We'd love to chat with you.